Friends, it's happening. The amount of Christmas ads that I am seeing before Halloween is exhausting. Welcome to Solo Moto. I am your buddy, Jared Yamamoto, and I am on WSB Radio in Atlanta. And this is my video series that I do every Tuesday at 2 o'clock. And let me tell you, as somebody that watches a ton of sports in the fall, I'm watching tons of college football, tons of NFL, you name it. I'm watching all the commercials. And this is a direct call out to these three companies in particular, because you may be thinking that you're effectively marketing to somebody like me by me remembering that Macy's, you're already marketing for Christmas. Home Depot, the fact that you're already marketing for Christmas. And yes, believe it or not, Dell Computers, the three of you, the amount of marketing that you are spending in the Atlanta area where I am based is absurd and annoying. Now, I tend to think I'd like to look at it from two different perspectives here. Number one, now I never want to go to Macy's, buy a Dell computer, or go to Home Depot again, because the fact that I'm hearing all the Christmas music in the background and it's supposed to get me so excited about the holiday season. Let us get through Halloween first. I'm even okay with there being advertisements the week before Thanksgiving. And for me, I'm blown away by this. These started 2 weeks ago. I know Macy's started a while ago. The Home Depot ones I saw this past weekend. But ladies and gentlemen, as I sit here live now, it is October 28th, 2025, and I am already annoyed of the Christmas ads. And don't get me wrong, I like Christmas. I enjoy it, and I find it to be a lovely holiday. But the fact that you're marketing to me now is either a real economic indicator that you think that this is going to be a difficult holiday season, or you just want to get every single dime out of me that you can during these fall months. I did not intend to start there, but I saw another one. It's ad rolls. It's during sporting events. I saw a couple during the World Series last night where I'm like, what in the world is going on? Why we have so many Christmas advertisements this early in the year? It's got to be economic. That's my solution here. I'm one of the few people that will get behind a microphone and tell you that I'm not exactly sure why you would put it out there that early, but I can tell you as a consumer, as somebody that purchases things from Home Depot, that purchases things from Macy's, that purchases an occasional computer every now and then, I will not be buying any of those three things because you decided to market to me way too early this year. Now, my goodness, the other thing that is on my mind here on Solo Moto today is I know that we've got the big fall back coming up this weekend where we fall back right after Halloween on Sunday morning into standard time. We go from a daylight saving time to standard time. And for me, I keep seeing all these articles telling me how I need to prepare for it. And I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, I don't need to prepare for this. I know that it's not my favorite thing. I don't like when we fall back into standard time. I would rather be in daylight saving time all the time. That's my preference. If I had to pick, I'd prefer to have lighter later in the day. That's just my personal preference. But you let me know if it's just me that where I'm just happening to see so many of these articles that are like, here's how you gradually get your body ready for daylight saving time. And I'm like, no. I don't need to get ready for daylight saving time. This is not the issue that's going on. What you need to do is find something better to write about. And when it happens and we fall back on Sunday morning into, I guess, late Sunday morning, early Sunday morning, rather, it's technically late Saturday night into Sunday morning, and I wake up on Sunday morning, I will be just fine with the time change. And I'm sure most Americans would be just fine with the time change and will be just fine with this time change coming up this year. But just let me know. Are you seeing all these articles out there? Because I know it is driving me up a wall. And with Halloween weekend coming up, there are a lot of stories that always come out every Halloween. I feel like it's rinse and repeat with this. And this first story is controversial. I want to make sure I give full credit here because this is it is a controversial story here. So out at UGA, there is a viral video from a 33-year-old man. His name was Kenneth Morgan. He was arrested after allegedly assaulting a UGA student while dressed in a SS Nazi uniform, which again, it's Halloween and people tend to do dumb things during Halloween. They tend to dress up in stupid things. Hell, I dressed up as Jesus before, and I remember I felt terrible after dressing up as Jesus before. So before we jump into the mindset of what this person's doing here, let me at least break down the basics as to what happened. So I guess I'll play the video for you guys. And for those that do not like the cursing and the cuss words and stuff, the warning is out there. I'm putting the disclaimer right here that there is a lot of cursing in this video. And it's a shame that people can't communicate with each other without using this many F-bombs. But there is a lot of cursing in this video. I'm going to go on and play it for you. And I just want to let you know that you've been warned now. Here is the video of 33-year-old Kenneth Morgan getting arrested from Cutter's Bar and Pub in Athens, Georgia. Here it is.
Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!
Don't touch him! Don't
touch me! Get the fuck out!
Don't touch him, bro.
Nobody here is gonna wait with that shit. Fuck you! What the fuck?
He's in my... Yo! Are you in my accounting class? Yeah! What up, bro? What's good, bro? How are you? Look at this guy.
All right, so you get the idea. There are lots of F-bombs. You're at a college bar in a college setting, the downtown Athens area. And for me, what I want to avoid is the mistake that everybody else likes to do in these situations, where they jump into the mindset of the person and they immediately know what they were thinking. Now, there is no doubt in my mind that this 33-year-old Kenneth, as they're calling him, I guess Ken, probably just short for his buddies, he was probably trying to get a rise out of people by wearing an SS costume. But let me at least explain how things should work here. I would never go after your freedom of expression and your ability to wear what you want. But here's the deal. When you walk out into a public setting, like a downtown area or the middle of Athens, Georgia, in this case, you are going to be criticized for the attire that you wear. It is okay for you to be in your house wearing that attire. Maybe you go to a friend's house and you rock that costume because you're trying to be ironic. You're trying to be funny at your friend's house. Again, I'm not going to get into the mindset of this guy. I'm not going to automatically assume that he is suddenly of the mindset that he believes in this crap. I'm not going to make the same mistake that other people are going to make. But the mistake that he did make that needs to be addressed is that you have no right to go out in public and go into other people's businesses and establishments and just establish and just say, this is where I need to be now. Like my attire is not controversial. This is you got to deal with me now. It's up to you to be able to deal with me. That's the mistake that he made there. And you see people clearly getting very upset about it, which I can understand why people would be offended by it. And if what I'm reading here is true, where the bar owner told him to leave, at that point, that is your cue to leave. The business does not have to super serve you because you decided to not, I won't even say gaslight. I hate that term, that you decided to shock people by wearing that kind of costume. Now, where people need to understand where the difference is people are just jumping. I mean, in the comment section, it's amazing how stupid people are. They're like, he's obviously of that mindset, or he's obviously just being an idiot, or he, in my opinion, what I think is happening here is it's Halloween weekend. You have really 2 weekends in college, Halloween weekends on a college campus. And a lot of people like to dress up in costumes that create a shock or that create some kind of interest. They bring attention to themselves, for lack of a better term. And for that, like, if you need that kind of validation from people, you've got some other issues going on the other side of things. Now, I would say if you were to wear that and you legitimately wanted to wear it for the shock value that it is, I'll go back to where I started here. You should be rocking that attire at a house party amongst people that you know that are comfortable with you wearing that attire. The second that you walk into a public setting and you start marching around in that, you are going to get ridiculed for what you're wearing. I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of sympathy for you, but where I will at least push back is that you do have the freedom of expression to do what you want. So for people to respond that way and be upset and start F-bombing left and right here, I can understand why they're upset. So I think the message here is, if you want to create a shocking costume like that, where you know you're going to get a rise out of people, then do not rock it out in public. If you're not trying to create a rise out of people, but you know that you have a shocking costume, don't bring it out in public like that, because the public sphere there is going to criticize you. They're going to call you out on this. And that is exactly what happened here with this Kenneth Cole. And if there's any pushback that I have from the response from some of the students there is, please, for the love of God, use some better language. You don't need to be F-bomb this, F-bomb that, screw you this, screw you that. Like, there is a way to constructively criticize somebody for rocking that kind of attire. And again, like, we've all been there. We've all been at the college level. We've worn controversial costumes, whether you showed too much skin or you dressed up as a controversial figure. But for him, like, I think that he was trying to create some shock, and the fact that people ridiculed him and kicked him out of the bar is exactly the right approach here. So for people that are going to come after me, they're going to be like, well, what are you talking about, Jared? That makes no sense. He should never be wearing that. No, you do have the ability for freedom of expression. That's the thing that I will push back on a little bit there. And we don't know exactly what his mindset was. But the second you go into a bar and the bar owner tells you that you need to go, you got to go from that point on. All right, I did want to play this other video here because I know that a lot of people are getting into the Gen Alpha lingo. And I love when I get reports like this and packages here to my radio station where, like, here's how you speak to Gen Alpha, Jared. I know you're a millennial, but this is what you need. This is how you speak to Gen Alpha. So this is the package that I received from our affiliates, CBS and CNN here. And this is how you should speak to Gen Alpha.
Today's class is in session and we're learning to speak fluent Gen Alpha. Our instructors, PE teacher Aiden Wardeka.
Being in the middle school, we got 900 kids here. We have over 50 in every PE class here, so I'm constantly around them.
The microbes reading, the
And
reading
seventh
guide.
grader Hadley Lesnew.
He did good on that one. I'll give you that one.
Today's lesson translating the ever-evolving middle school dictionary. Do you agree with what's on the board so far?
Some of them, he did like kind of a good job.
According to Mr. Wardeka, the top-tier terms are clock it, rage bait, huzz, and their ultimate favorite, 6-7.
I give this 6-7 there. 6-7 is the most. I hear clock it now recently a ton. I see clock it, and before you can even instruct, once you say 6, you know it's 7 and they're going to erupt.
What does it mean?
I believe it came from a basketball player, the Ball family. Leandro Ball, I think, came up with the song of it, and then I heard that they asked how tall was he, and they're like, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7.
I think it really like popped off when like a kid, Mason, said 6-7.
Just when you thought you had those, the kids hit you with the new one, 41, the opposite hand motion, and then bop. That's like someone who's had multiple girlfriends or boyfriends.
It's like, you're a bop.
Got it. Don't be a bop. And then there's Italian brain rot.
Characters, so if you look up, there's like burp burp bada bim, tung 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 sahor, ballerina cappuccina.
And perhaps the strangest one.
It's just like something people like to say, like they'll just like go around and be like, stop digging in your butt, twin.
Which means nothing.
Random stuff on the internet.
Huzz is a new one as well. I hear it. I got some mixed emotions, but what I think it means is like crush. Maybe next week I'll be told a new one from one of the students, but I learned from them, and right now this is the main ones that I'm hearing for sure.
Translation, just smile, nod, and clock it.
Any advice for parents? I would say just, if you're hearing some of these different words, let's make sure we kind of ask the meaning, because we don't want our kids to go around saying things that they don't know the meaning of it, and also that the meaning is, you know, good, something we want to be sharing out for sure.
Appreciate those guys for that reporting there. It's always great when you get this generational reporting where it's like, this is how you speak to Gen Alpha, or this is how you speak to the Gen Zers, or this is how you speak to Gen X, or this is how you speak to your baby boomers for that matter. I love some of those terms, and I love how we get these reports. It's like, look, you are the one that needs to be able to reach out to them. And if there is one positive thing, I know there's a lot of pushback from this, and it is funny. The language is always evolving, and I'm always for there being new words added to the English language and new sayings. And if you're one of those people that's a curmudgeon about it, believe me, there were things that were added when you were a kid too. It's okay to have new things added to the language all the time, every year. And this is the same thing that's going through now. And I do like if there was some great advice there that was given by that gentleman, he did say that you should make sure that before your kid goes out and says these words that they know what they're saying. There were so many times where I remember people would say things in elementary and middle school and they had no idea what they were saying. So that brought back some memories there. So if you need it, obviously you can play back this video anytime you want. That is the courtesy of Solo Moto, because I do this every Tuesday at 2. And for those that are watching back later on my social channels, welcome. And I welcome you to communicate live with me every Tuesday at 2, or listen to my radio show, The Nightcap with Jared Yamamoto, which is on WSB Radio every Saturday night from 11 to midnight. And of course, I'm also part of a great radio show called the Von Hessler Doctrine, which is on WSB Daily from 3 to 7. And I'm already over my time. You have to let me know if you want me to keep going. I'll give you one more story if you want to. Okay, I'm seeing some thumbs up from Twitch here, seeing some thumbs up from Facebook. Okay, I'll give you one more story, but I try to keep these to 15 minutes every Tuesday at 2. But again, there's just always so much to cover and so little time. I'm seeing here that a survey of 2,000 employed Americans revealed that within 48 hours of receiving your paycheck, nearly 48% of the average paycheck is already spent. That is not good news, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll bookend this Solo Moto where I started here. That is probably why these companies like Dell, Macy's, and Home Depot, I'm calling the three of you out there for your Christmas marketing now, are feasting upon us, is because they know that people want to spend that money the second that they have it. It is a good philosophy to try to save money, to try to budget money, and not spend as much money as possible, especially going into the holiday season. And hell, before I even bring up the holiday season, enjoy Halloween first. Have a very safe Halloween this weekend. I know I'm going to have fun. I'll have my radio show this Saturday in Atlanta on WSB. I'm going to have a good time. Enjoy Halloween first. Be in the moment and focus on Thanksgiving next. And then once we get past Thanksgiving, then you can focus on your holidays in December. Thank you so much for watching Solo Moto. Again, do these every Tuesday at 2. Give me a follow on all my various socials at Jared Yamamoto. I promise you, when you type in Jared Yamamoto, I am the only one that shows up. Have a great rest of your day or week, and I'll see you next time.